Okay, here we go. If you are watching the posted video of this live stream, please turn on your notifications. I have to say it all the time now. I know it's annoying, but you will miss these updates and YouTube will not show you these videos. Nonetheless, here's what's happening. Israel is under attack again. Now, are we surprised? A little bit of yes and no this time. Not surprised Israel's getting attacked, but the capabilities of Hamas still having more logistics. They're still supplying. They still have supplies of rockets coming into Israel. So let's go ahead and dig into this. Again, we are technically sort of doing this live. So I'm going to try to do this as fluent as possible. And again, if you're watching this live, thank you for being here. And I will show you guys the live combat maps and everything I got at hand, okay? So first things first, the major city of Ashkelon is the one that's being hit. Now, the reason why this is interesting is because Hamas had actually given a warning. Hamas said, leave the city by 5 p.m. Israeli time, and no one knew what that meant. A lot of people call bluff, but they actually went through with it. Thank you for catching me live. I see you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the live stream if you are here live. It helps out a ton, and you know to turn on those notifications. So Hamas did give a warning. There's reports everywhere. This was 2 hours prior to the attack, so Hamas actually did go through with their attack. So this, again, from 2 hours ago from this attack, says Hamas gives the southern city of Ashkelon until 5 p.m. to evacuate. This was the initial report. Hamas appears to have given an ultimatum to citizens of the coastal Israeli town of Ashkelon to leave their homes by 5 p.m. local time. Those who are warned are excused, without elaborating on what could happen to the city. Well, we know what happened to the city. Barrage of rockets after Hamas issued warning. That's what happened. Wild. Rockets are currently being fired from Gaza towards the Israeli city of Ashkelon. Earlier, the group warned civilians to leave before 5. Now, is this a tactic from Hamas to try showing, look, we're not necessarily the bad guys here. We gave you guys a warning. Israel doesn't give us a warning. It's a bit of mind games here. But the reason why this is also crazy, Israel had said, you know, we're somewhat secure. We're secure. The southern cities are secure. We should be okay. We might have lone attacks here and there. That's not the case. I wouldn't call this secured. Now, obviously, the security might be in the implication of ground fighters and ground troops. I don't think Israel totally expected to get a barrage of more rockets coming into their nation, considering the amounts of airstrikes coming into Gaza is insane. I will show you guys a live map here in a second. But in other portions of Israel as well, sirens sounding in northern Israel, sirens sounding in southern Israel. So these are attacks from both fronts. Lebanon, Hezbollah has said we potentially do want to get involved with the conflict and start a northern campaign to draw troops away from Gaza. So, we'll see. Now, somebody gave me a good comment here. They're using tunnels. For those of you who are not aware, the tunnel system under Gaza is insane. They make the cartel look like little babies. Hamas's capabilities with their tunnels, Israel says we have about 300 miles of tunnel systems under Gaza. So you can only assume the amount of storage facilities under these tunnels and the amount of time they've waited to attack Israel, they've probably built up a lot of arms, munitions, etc. Somebody said, you can hit the thumbs up button and subscribe, turn on notifications until you are blue in the face. It still isn't working. I don't know why YouTube decides to give you guys content or not give you content. I am doing my best to update everybody. I have always been at the mercy of this channel. Again, the best you can do is turn on your notifications, send a comment, hit a like. That's the best we can do at this point. I don't know what to do. But yeah, this is an underground war. Israel wanting to get into Gaza at some point with some sort of ground campaign is going to have to navigate the fact that you have 300 miles of tunnel systems. And there's also a lot of tunnels that bleed into Israel. So that's another issue that we can get into here. Let's get to the live map. This map is a little difficult to navigate, I'm not going to lie. You got yours and on Rumble. Am I live on Rumble? Do I have an audience on Rumble? Wild. Okay, so this is the live map, interaction map. Again, we are doing this live. Reports of several fallen missiles in open areas near the towns of Shalomi and Hinita in northern Israel. So again, northern Israel is getting hit. Not good. Here's Ashkelon. Direct hit at a structure. 12 minutes ago, Hamas will continue to take out Ashkelon until its residents are displaced. So this is what Hamas wants to do. Displace your residents because you displaced us. Are you even on Rumble? Apparently I'm on Rumble. I think I am on Rumble, but I didn't know I'm live on Rumble. Yeah. I will acknowledge these comments here in a second, but I just want to give you guys this updates. Sorry, let me move my head. Again, my fat head is always in the way, so you guys can see this. Let me give you guys that first one again. And I will post this this map in my comments. You guys keep asking me about this. Hamas will continue to take out Ashkelon until its residents are displaced, and it will move on to take out another city if Israel does not stop its policy of displacing civilians. Wow. So they must have a lot stored up. Again, I'm going to be honest. I was wrong. I was calling bluff on Hamas, saying they're not going to do anything. If you're just joining now live, 2 hours ago before this attack, Hamas said, leave the city. We're giving you a warning, leave the city. Israel never said anything about it. They never said, you got to leave. Everybody stayed silent, and this happened. Marcus, you should have well, the reason why I don't have a set time is because either way, a lot of people are not going to see it unless you turn on a notification. So the best way for me to do this is to do the live stream and post it, and hopefully you see it. If you missed it, I apologize. 41 minutes ago, rocket attacks on Ashkelon after Hamas warned it would take out the southern coastal city. So this right now is where the concentration of attacks are happening. I can't show you the actual videos, unfortunately. It's over on Twitter and on Instagram where you can see the barrage of attacks coming in. Again, this is happening right now, and we don't have the update on how many were stopped from the Iron Dome and how many actually hit. But nonetheless, this looks like it's going to be very repetitive. I'm going to warn the city. If you guys don't leave the city, I'm going to attack the city. Israel's going to keep saying, we are secure. We're good to go. So strike after strike is what's going to happen. Iron Dome intercepting multiple rockets over Ashkelon. Somebody said 1400 BC. Wild. Old Testament. Here in the north, they're saying that there's attacks as well. Let's see what this is about. For sure, I think Hezbollah already has shown that they want in on this conflict. Let's see what this is. 9 minutes ago, reports of several fallen missiles in open areas near the town, again, Shalomi and Hanita in northern Israel. This is Hezbollah, people. Something else to consider, Syria could also become a front. We'll see, though. This is not like a video game where factions just line up and work together. There's a lot of implications here when factions start to work together, especially these organizations who want either all the glory to themselves or have different ideologies. Yes, turn on your notifications. Don't get a tattoo of a notification, but turn on the notification. And please like the stream. Thank you for the 200 viewers, and thank you for being here. And thank you for your input. Let's see if we get another update. Again, we are doing this live. Nothing here. Just Iron Dome intercepts rockets over Ashkelon. I am curious how many rockets they did send. Again, the initial first attack was 5,000 rockets. 3 to 5 is what they're saying. On day one of Hamas's attack, you would assume that that would, deplete a lot of their munitions and logistics, but apparently it doesn't matter. So again, this tunnel system being 300 miles of tunnels, they probably have a lot of storage here. Israel needs A-10s as soon as a missile launch is detected. Israel does use the F-16 platform from the United States. I think that's as close as they'll get to an A-10. Okay, here we go. Lebanon is becoming an area of operations. Somebody last stream said, why are you using Al Jazeera? This is clearly biased in favor of who you would consider maybe bad guys. I agree with that, but I'm just saying I'm trying to get all sides because Al Jazeera is going to report from the perspective of Lebanon, Hamas, Iran. You can't get this news from other sites, only from Al Jazeera. So you do have to take this with a grain of salt. I'm just saying that right now. I understand. Lebanon is becoming an area of operations, not a war zone. What does that mean? We operate here, but it's not a war zone. We are supplying the enemy, but don't attack us. But an area of operations. For now, everyone is watching whether this tension will get wider, especially since yesterday when Israeli retaliation resulted in 3 Hezbollah fighters being taken out. Obviously, Hezbollah joined the fight after the fact 300,000 reservists were called up. Are you surprised Hezbollah is being taken out? At this point, if you even look at the border, you're probably a target. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't want this to happen. I want there to be peace, like actually peace. But this is the reality of a conflict and a war. We were at one of the funerals today, and there were demands from supporters of Hezbollah that the organization take revenge. Israel responds to rocket fire from Lebanon. The Israeli military has responded with artillery fire to a rocket launched from the Lebanese territory. Of course, which I think is what we saw up here. Hey, John. So that is essentially what's going on. Again, Hamas had said and warned, if you don't evacuate a city, when we ask you to evacuate a city, it's over. We're going to go for the next city. So they're looking for a displacing of civilians. And this is Hamas's main refutation and argumentation. You guys come into Gaza, you displace us, so now we want to displace you. So this looks like what they want to do, Hamas to Israel. Hey, thank you for the $5 donation from Pluck Me. Cool name. Does the dynamic defense of Israel's Iron Dome decisively deflect, deliberately dispatch, darting devices, diminishing destructive deeds? Yes. Wildest comment I've gotten in a while, and that was very clever. To answer that how I think you want it to be answered, since you gave a $5 donation. The Iron Dome, I think, has about a 90 to 95% success rate. But that is one way to put it. Thank you. All right. So as Israel continues their wipeout of Gaza, is what it looks like. They want to get rid of all Hamas military capabilities 100%. In a report yesterday from the time of this video and stream, Israeli Defense Forces said we want to eliminate 100% all military accessibilities and advantages to Hamas, which means everything has to get wiped out, from the tunnels, everything. Obviously, this is going to be prolonged, and this is going to be difficult for Israel because for the first time, Hamas is actually putting up a good fight. You got to give credit where credit's due. I'm not here saying they're good, but they're giving a fight. And the fact that they gave a warning, they gave preemptive strike warning to Israel, this is a new fight, people. This is different. This is not a surprise attack. So you got to look at things from that perspective of Hamas either knows something we don't know, or they're rather confident, or they just don't care anymore. Like, they're just like, that's it, we're going for it. Yeah, this is a tunnel war. All right, thank you guys for being here. Again, if you missed the stream, you got to turn on the notifications. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments and the donations. That was awesome. And I'll keep you guys updated. I'm sure we're going to get more updates today. If I don't go live, I apologize, but I will keep you guys updated. We're all in on this. Thank you for being here. There's going to be more surprise after more surprise. All right. See you guys later, and hopefully this all ends. Love you all. Thank you.